What is happening? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to fit an electric motor to this giant hardtail 29-inch mountain bike. So let's crack into it. All right, so here we have a giant XTC hardtail mountain bike with hydraulic brakes, front and rear, rock shock forks. It's got the old school drivetrain, but we can remove this off the front, and we really only need the 8 speeds on the back when we've got a half decent electric motor. All right, so first job, we've got to remove a few bits and pieces off the handlebars. We've got to remove the front drivetrain, drink bottle carrier, all that sort of stuff. All right, so I've got two Bafang motors here. They're the same BBSHD motor. The only difference is one shaft here is for the 100mm bottom bracket, and this one here is for the 68mm bottom bracket. All I've got to do is measure the bottom bracket on this bike, and it'll determine which one I'm going to use today. There we go, so it's 90. So I can use the 100mm one, and I'll just have to do these spacers, which take up that bit of slack. I'm glad I've already done this. I had these out of that dual mountain bike, so let's press them in. Let's do a quick dry fit and see how it looks. That's perfect. That ground clearance still isn't great, but it's not bad for this style of motor. It's got a pretty good angle here on this frame. All right, so next step is this little piece here. Then we have this little funny looking nut. Now the idea is to get this super tight, and it stops the motor from rotating in the frame. Next is this little cap. All right, while we're here, let's get some cranks on her. All right, so you can see that chain line. It looks all right there, but as I go up the gears, so that chain line is now pretty aggressive. I think I'm gonna have to go with that other sprocket. It brings it over to this center line here, about 1/2 inch, so that'll make a massive difference. Look at that fit though, fits really nicely. That's going to do the trick for now. We'll trim that up. So underneath the motor there, you can see I've got the wires heat shrinked and zip tied. Next step is fitting the speed sensor. So this is the last bit of the harness. Plugs into here. That runs up to the cockpit, and we plug our dash in and our throttle. All right, so she's working. All we're gonna do is swap that front sprocket over and clean up the wiring around the handlebars. All right, so it's been a couple of days now. I put the Voltron 44-2 sprocket on the front. I went with a skinny wide to help keep that chain on. I also got a cheap eBay chain guide on there as well, because this chain line isn't great, and we're just gonna have to see how we go with it. All right, then if you come to the back there, I've set the limiting screws to not allow me to go all the way up to the biggest sprocket. So that should help as well, but that's gonna be more than enough for us with the 42 in the front. Let's take this out for a test ride and see how we go with this chain line, and yeah, to see how the bike feels. It is getting chilly here in Oz. All right, so power level 1, not much happening. It's weird that it's given nothing on pedal assist. Oh, there we go. So that goes up to 9. I'm just free pedaling there. I always like to have it low on the pedal setting and then just use the throttle here when I need. Damn, those gears are shifting smooth. That's working a treat. Let's turn around and go back up this hill and see if it's got enough torque. All right, so this isn't much of a hill, but oh, heaps. That is perfect, and it is so good to have good brakes. Feels like it's got a good top speed as well. If we go down around here, there's a nice steep hill. I'm in a nice low gear and I'll use no pedaling. I know the camera will make it look flat. Yeah, easy. Because it's got such big wheels, it doesn't have as much torque as something on like a 26-inch wheel or doing it no worries. All right, let's go and do a top speed run. All right, we'll get an app out. Okay, let's screen record. There we go, 55 kilometers, that's not bad at all. We'll go again back the other way and see if we can get any better. There we go, 57 top speed. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. All right, there's just one other thing that I thought about. We might be able to jump this little bridge. Oh, that's way longer than I remember. We'll go flat out at it and see what happens. It's on a bit of a corner. Oh, no way. Well, that's going to be it for this one. Massive thank you to everyone out there watching, and the biggest thanks to my members. You guys are legends. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.